Demon keeps dreaming of a demon town. Motherfucker, bitch, fuck, shit went down. Fleming's got an itch, scratch it with a bitch. Demon keeps dreaming of a demon town. Ooh, Johnson, that's my name.
Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to my Shadows of the Damned Satanic Hell difficulty video walkthrough. This is the level 4-3 and it is entitled The Ghost Hunter. This is the section where we will be taking on the third of the Grim Sisters, so you're up for another boss fight. And this one is potentially one of the harder ones, but on this difficulty it actually proved to be easier, which is kind of weird. But before you can do that, you're going to have to go through a couple more floors of the Circles of Hell, picking up some goods, picking up some items, and just make the most of your setup here. Make sure you've got as much ammo as possible. You don't necessarily need it, because there's a bunch of ammo in the room where you fight her. Just make sure you're filled with healing items, and you're ready to go, because this is a long fight. If your life is longer than mine, you'll probably not have the same issues that I have, but it's one of those things where, regardless, if you're playing on this difficulty, everything's going to hurt. It's just the nature of the beast. So there is another red gem. I use it to fully upgrade the damage on my teeth grinder, which is a pretty useful weapon in this next upcoming fight. And I'm just collecting the majority of the ammo that's scattered around. And the way that this sister is different to the other ones is it's pretty much the same thing. Her attacks are just a little bit more exotic. The other ones threw scythes at you. This one does throw scythes at you, but she's got control over them, so she can slow them down. She can make them a little bit more tropical, a little bit more exotic. And she can also summon enemies. So here she is anyhow. This is the third sister. The first attack you're seeing right now, she'll throw two scythes at you. One comes for you, the other comes for you. And you'll notice that she's moving left and right. She's kind of slowly strafing. She also does this where she throws them into the air, and they cycle like this, and what will happen is they all line up and then they'll come down and attack you. They mark their movement of coming down with a noise, so if you can listen out for the noise, you don't even have to be watching them. Then all you have to do is kind of bash A and roll away. You can be a bit more tasteful with your rolls if you want to, and just roll away from where they're actually coming, but if you spam the A button you will still survive. It's entirely up to you. And all you have to do, in essence, is shoot her mask. Keep shooting the redness of her face. As soon as you do enough damage, she'll turn it to night. You'll see the gem on her chest, and you've got to shatter the gem. When she turns, that signals that she's going to turn it to night. When you see the light emit from the mask, there comes the darkness. As soon as you see this, you want to be charging your Skull Cushioner or your Skullfest 9000. If you can get all 4 skulls off on her chest, it will do some considerable damage. Just be aware that if you stay in the darkness too long, you'll start taking damage. And there's no point in taking a bunch of damage just so that you can give her a bunch of damage, because this fight is kind of long, so the more life you've got, the better is kind of the thing I took away from it. And right there, I get hit lazily by the scythe, and as you can see, it does kill the underlings, it kills the minions that she summons, so it can actually help you. Little tip as well for this area: if you're playing on a lower difficulty and you're going for the full upgrade path to get the achievement for all the upgrades, if you don't have enough gems and you still need money to get them, and you're a couple short and you don't think you're going to get them, you can actually farm this boss fight for the minions. If you keep knocking her to darkness and then do not attack her, she'll keep spawning enemies, and you can just keep repeating it, you can keep recycling it, and you can farm gems off the enemies. It's probably very boring, but it is one of those things where you can do it if you need to. I didn't need to, luckily enough, so I got kind of lucky in that regard. But that's this boss fighting in a nutshell. The only difference here is it takes a long time, because it's on Satanic Hell, so her life is through the roof. And if you're playing on anything lower, this will take you a fraction of the time it's going to take me. And in the absence of it, I'm going to talk about something else, because I'm actually in a bit of a bad mood, as funny as that seems. YouTube's pissing me off right now, and it's kind of bumming me out. It's making me not want to upload, it's making me not want to commentate, it's making me not want to do videos, and it's kind of gay. And the first thing I'm going to say about this conversation and this tangent that I'm going to go off on is, this is not about money, folks. I now have the ability to monetize on my channel, but the issues I'm having have nothing to do with how it affects me money-wise. It's how it affects me principle-wise, and it's getting really frustrating. And what I mean by this is when I upload a video, after I've put in all the details, because you'll notice that I'm pretty diligent with my titles. I like them all to be well titled, I like them all to have a little spiel in the information, and I like them all to have the appropriate tags, so that, you know, it's got an air of professionalism to it, it's got an air of quality that I always adhere to, because I treat this like I would if it was a job. And that's not to say, you know, that I clock in and do my 9 to 5 and then go home and talk shit about how I hate my life. I treat it as a work ethic, and I've spoke about this a lot, but I have picked up a few new subscribers, so there might be people that don't realise this yet, and there might be people that probably will never hear this video, so this could be a redundant little speech, but I'm doing it anyway because it's my video, and, you know, it's just how I roll. By the way, when you do enough damage to her, she'll start doing that attack what you've just seen. It's very easy to dodge, but it's very fast, so you just want to be aware of it. But once I've put in all the details when I'm uploading a video, because I'm kind of breaking the fourth wall here, so hopefully people don't mind too much, I put it through the monetization process, and what this means is my account has qualified so that I can run ads on my videos. They are not the mandatory ads at the start, so they're just those little gay banners that pop up at the bottom, and what this does is I go to the video in my video options, I click on the monetize key, it asks me what is in the video, so I click that it's got video game content, I click that I want to display ads on it, and then you have to give a concise description of what is the video. And I generally put something along the lines of, this is my gameplay that I recorded, I edited, and with my commentary over the full thing. And something along those lines, it's nothing too tropical. And then I submit it, and it goes through a peer review, where the wizards at Google or at YouTube will look at it, they'll see if there's anything that's infringing on the ability to use it commercially, and then they'll decide whether or not this goes through the process of having ads on it. And when I first got this privilege, it all worked fine. When YouTube went through the change to the new display, everything started to go tits up. I don't know why, I don't know if it's an issue with YouTube itself, I don't know if anybody else is having the same issues, but I saw a massive difference in my statistics when it came to the analytics of my page, and I couldn't understand why, because I was harnessing the same amount of views, nothing had changed, I wasn't doing anything differently, I was just getting different results. And I use this monetize feature to monitor my performance. It's not I'm saving up for a fucking Ferrari or anything ridiculous like that, because I earn pennies. Like I say, this is nothing to do with the money, this is the principle. And what has basically happened, which I've now come to understand, is with the new view of YouTube, there's a new layout for the video manager area, and when you look at it now, it shows you a green symbol next to your video, which shows you whether or not the video is under scrutiny, if it's been looked into to be approved, or if it's been approved. And what happens when it's approved is there is an S in the middle of it that becomes white. If it's grey, it means it hasn't been checked yet. If it's white, it means it's been verified, and it'll run ads on it, and it's all fine. If it's disappeared, I have no idea what it means, but I assume it means it has not passed the scrutiny. And the first time I applied this to guides was on my Gears of War 3 guide. It did some serious work for me. It's still doing work for me. The boss fight against Mira is my most viewed video to date, and it is still harnessing more views than anything else I've ever done, which is awesome, and the ads are working perfectly on that guide. I only applied certain videos with ad revenue because I didn't want to go back through and put it on all the other ones, and what I was going to do is every video from that followed, I was going to put it through the monetization process as I was uploading them, and that is exactly what I've done. Yet the only guides that have worked properly are the Gears of War 3 one and the Uncharted 3 one. The Modern Warfare 3 one has kind of worked, but some of the videos haven't, and I have absolutely no idea why. And it makes no sense, because for instance, the Gears of War 3 video, it has the same music as all the multiplayer content that I've put up. I commentate over every second of the video. It is identical in principle, yet it will not allow me to put ads on them, yet it's my work, and I don't understand it. And the only thing I could think of is perhaps maybe the music. Yet for some reason Uncharted worked perfectly fine when I put that music over it, yet when I put certain music like Call of Duty music on it, it somehow infringes upon something that I can't use. And I don't understand why it allows me to do it for one thing, but it won't allow me to do it for the other thing, when in the full appeal of it, it's the same thing. When you look at the parts that make the whole, there is nothing different to what has been previously approved, yet this most recent one hasn't gone through. And I don't understand it, and it's bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit, because I put a hell of a lot of time and a hell of a lot of effort and hours into this channel, and this monetization angle of it lets me look at my statistics in a better way, and it makes me feel like I'm actually doing something. It makes me feel like I'm getting a return for it, because it makes it feel like an investment. It makes it feel like a job, and it might only be pennies, but at the same time I am getting paid, and to me it makes it feel legitimate, it makes it feel professional, and it motivates me to want to do it more, to want to build upon what I've already invested in. And that way your guys get more entertainment, and I can have a better work ethic. But it's like I'm banging my head against the wall with it at this moment in time, because there's videos now that I've submitted for this process numerous times, and I know I've done them, and they're just not coming back. And YouTube doesn't tell you if they fail, YouTube doesn't tell you why they fail. All it says is, if they are not approved for monetization, your video may be removed. None of my videos have been removed, yet I'm still having these issues. And the biggest problem that I face is because I don't know much about YouTube, and I'm learning everything as I do it, and I'm kind of, just moving through the dark on my own. I'm, going lone wolf on this, and I don't have that many networked friends that are at the same level on YouTube as me, with the same amount of subscribers, or anybody that's got more, or who is a bigger presence that I'm friends with. I don't know what this stuff means. I don't know what these mistakes that I'm making are, and I don't know how to fix them. And it's really, really disheartening. And yeah, I'm going to be doing an intro change coming up, and it's going to be shorter, so I'm probably going to try removing music from the videos entirely and just having a quick snazzy intro and going straight into the gameplay, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and it just kind of fucking sucks. But that is the boss, that is your next upgrade, people, and that is, another hurdle towards beating the game on its hardest setting. And all that's left to do now is shove the jewel in Johnson's forehead, and then we can push forward onwards to the last third of the game. So as per usual, people, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the guide, I hope it's helping, and I will see you in future uploads, so you take care now.